What is going on, guys? It is MaskMan here, and welcome back to the MaskMan Weekly Road Trip. This was a bad place to stop, but I had to because that video was getting too long last week. So, welcome back. A little update. I decided to turn off fatigue simulation because that was completely screwing me over time-wise. So, I'm gonna do a quick check to see our progress coming towards our next destination. Once I get a chance, I'm going to take a look at F6 to see when we're due, because I see we're set to be there at about 12:15 on Thursday. I can't remember if it's Thursday or Friday's the delivery date. Delivery date? English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Apparently not. So, I'm gonna take a quick peek. F6. Supposed to be there by Friday at 12, so we have a little bit to go still. But there's gas we gotta get and all the stops I'm gonna do because of every episode, so we've gotta be careful. And we're gonna be getting off to the right here, so you need to remember that as we go over our usual stuff we do on this weekly road trip. Firstly, the stuff I've done this week. This week I played Fiquet Caress, Amnesia Custom Story. It was alright, it was in the middle, but I still quite enjoyed it quite a bit, so I'm glad I played it. Might be more of that coming sometime soon, but I'll keep on the down low about that. Shh. Okay. And then I played Finger Bones, which is also a really damn good game. It's not really a horror game in the sense of people trying to chase you, as I said in the video. It's more ambient and story-based horror, you know? It's that kind of good old storytelling horror that people love. I could go left, don't need to wait in this line. But I do need to make sure I don't get T-boned again. Alright, let's look. Let's look. There's a goddamn yield sign in my way. Alright, and no. Yep, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm okay. Just go in the left lane, you'll be fine. I made it! Hey, look at that. I'm a safe driver after all. Okay, so I was talking about Finger Bones. And then the click play Mortal Kombat. Gonna break the fourth wall? Haven't recorded that when I recorded this. Gonna be honest. I know I should probably record things in order, but that never happens. I always record things in a jumbled around order. But I am gonna record that before I record this. But I decided to record this first because I've had a rant going on in my head. There's been a lot of talk about game reviewing in the news lately. At least as of recording this, there has been. And it made me think for a bit, because, you know... Oh! Don't speed. Don't speed. Alright, I'm good. Alright, it got me thinking because I've wanted to do a game review series for a while. Not just my nostalgia trip, because that's going to be coming back here soon. But, you know, that's a bit joking, in a sense. It's more of a comedy series, while focusing on the game. But there's times I want to do one where I actually review a game. I've had one of those series planned. But when you think about it, there's one thing that it comes to when it comes to game reviewing, and it's preference. See, everyone has games that they love, and they'll always love no matter what. Then there are people that have games that they'll hate and always hate no matter what. Because everything is based on opinion. Sure, there are some facts in there, but whether you enjoy it or not is based out of opinion, you know? There's some people that prefer RPG games, so when they play games like Skyrim or Dark Souls, those kinds of things, they'll give those a much higher score than they would an indie game like what's that? It's not Expendables is the free version that I'll be playing soon, but what the fuck, Broforce. You know, if you took a guy that likes Skyrim and had him review Broforce, it would obviously be very different because it's not their game style. Same thing if you took a person that plays Dance Dance Revolution or something like that, and you give them a game like Call of Duty Ghosts. It's not going to be the same review. You know, everyone has their preferences. Why I think that if you have a review company, you should hire people for different genres of games, because they'll go into that game genre without a bias towards the genre, I guess you can say? Yeah, that's the best way to say it. They'll go in there knowing what they're looking for, and number two, they enjoy it, because the first thing people need to note is that when people look at a game review, the people looking at it are the ones that are trying to buy it and seeing if it's worth buying. So the point behind the review isn't just to trash it for people to read, because the people reading it want to buy it. So when you trash a game like that, all you're doing is really hurting the company for sales they could have, because someone doesn't like that genre of game in the first place. And I've seen that quite a bit, especially when it comes to user ratings. People are terrible about that kind of thing. Users will all the time buy games they don't like and put, "I don't like this Call of Duty shit, blah blah blah." There's tons of people that enjoy Call of Duty because even though they may hate Call of Duty, it's a successful franchise. And for what it is, it's a good game for what it is. I mean, it may not change a whole lot over the past 5 years, and probably won't change again for the next 10 years, because they made something that found a group, and those people will buy it over and over and over again. And there's a lot of them, because they enjoy it, and they want a new experience every time. I mean, I'll put air quotes under experience myself, because I've played a few of them. I'm not a big fan of the COD series, but once again, I can at least realize that for what it is good at what it is. I will give that to games and music and all those things every, I have my preferences, I prefer, what can I say when I prefer? I'm not that big into big blockbuster games. I'll play some, but not a lot. I used to be a big hardcore first-person shooter person, but now I've kind of stepped down from that a little bit, but I still play them a lot. I'm very much into indie games, though. I quite like indie games. And horror games. I like those, as you can tell, obviously. I'll give everything a shot, but I have preferences based on what does well, but I'll still play everything because I like giving it a chance, and it also gives me a good experience with new things. You're running... Oh, shit. Did not pay attention to my fuel. Where is the next fuel station? I could really use a no. I got distracted by my rant. I probably passed a few already. Oh, shit. Oh, shitty shit. Fuck, shit, piss. I could use a petrol station. I don't even care about the review on it, because I got most of my review out of the way, actually, so... Oh, dear Christ, you people are fucking killing me! You're killing me, Smalls! I need to get to a petrol station. I've watched so much Top Gear lately, I'm calling it a petrol station. Fuck. At least it's a good series, but I think I see one. That better not be an exit. It's arrested. Ah, fuel. Thank you. It's a sign from the gods. I go weave to the right of this guy. I'm going off the shoulder. I don't know why I'm breaking the law, but okay. Okay. Just gonna coast into the station. Well, thank you, game, for reminding me of that, or else I would have never, ever realized I was running low on fuel. Press E, and we'll fuel up. Gotta fuel up all the way, see how much this cost us while I drink some water. Gonna go ahead and do that now. Oh, goddamn water's so good sometimes. Oh. $1,000 to fuel my tank. Well, 1,000 euros, which is a little more than that. I thought for a second I got a ticket for some reason. I thought I got a ticket. That's just checkout noise. Okay. So I was on my rant about game reviewing. Thing out of my premise is that if I do a review show, I want people to realize that it'll mainly be games that I prefer. Because the number one thing, or actually, game genres I prefer. I shouldn't say games I prefer, game genres I prefer. Because if I did games that I prefer all the time, with the way my review show's set up, it'd be the same rating all the time. It'd be based on opinion. I, of course, state that it's based on opinion, because that's what reviewings are. I would state why I think my opinion, what I think about it, and all this various stuff, because I hate when people take something that they don't like in the first place, and they go after it, and they attack it like a fucking lion and an injured gazelle, just tearing it apart in the fucking wild. I don't exactly dig that. You know, I look at the game, and look at the goods it has, and the bads it has. and I weigh them out, and I give my opinion. Because when it comes down to it, someone spent a lot of time and a lot of money to make a game. And it makes me feel bad to say, you know, you shouldn't spend your money because I don't like this kind of genre of game. Because people take game reviews very seriously. If you're not into that genre, I think you should say it up front that you're not into the genre, so that people realize to take your opinion with a grain of salt. And look at other ones from people that have more experience in that genre, or enjoy that genre more. Because, let's think of a review this way. If someone looks up a review of Dark Souls 2, they're interested in Dark Souls 2 and that kind of game. When they look at a review, if you find a review of someone that enjoys the similar game as you know that that review will be extremely helpful to you. But if you find a review of Dark Souls 2 from someone that prefers a game like Trials HD, that kind of thing, it's not quite the same. So you know to go with that one with a grain of salt, because it's definitely not going to be the review source you're looking for, because they don't have similar viewpoints when it comes to game engineering than you. You know, you got to get down in the nitty-gritty when it comes to this stuff. Because game design, game engineering is what makes different genres and changes every aspect of a game. This is quite a long rant I'm doing. I've done it for about 12 minutes now. Jesus. But I think that was a good enough rant. I think I got to my point about game reviewing. I believe the game reviews, when they... Oh, got the hiccups now all of a sudden. Goddamn it, water. Alright, gonna slow down because I see that there's a speed camera around here. Yes, right there. Brake a little more. And we're getting the clear. Alright. So, my opinion on game reviewing is that if you review a game on a professional website, I think that the reviewer at hand, as long as the staff is large enough, the reviewer at hand should specialize in that genre so they know whether the game itself is good or bad inside said genre. That's my opinion. And when I make my review show, I'm going to state people know what my favorite ones are. If it is my favorite genre, if it's not my favorite genre, I'll state those at the beginning. And when I go through it, I'm going to weigh all the pros and all the cons. And it'll be a heavy opinion piece, but I will state that it's opinion. So you can take it with a grain of salt and use it alongside all the other reviews. Because it's going to be half serious, half funny. You know, it's going to be half entertainment and half, this is actually what I think, though. Kind of like Nostalgia Strip, and Nostalgia Strip's more based quite a lot on the comedy side. So, yeah. I have made a lot of progress. Actually, I've only caught up by about 2 hours on my thing. Alright, so I'm gonna give myself 15 minutes to oh, fuck! That actually scared me. I actually jumped because I tried to cut in front of him because I was scared I was gonna hit the damn wall. God damn it. That actually made me jump in my seat. I'm gonna give myself about 2 minutes to find another rest station or a gas station or someplace to stop at. But if I can, I'm gonna pull off the side of the road again. But I think I should find one within the next 2 minutes. I think I should find one. I think so. Yeah. 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 Okay, I've lost words of what to say. So I will say this. I will state that next week, I've decided, well, next week, tomorrow, for Christ's sake. Tomorrow. I've decided my next LP series. The winner from my poll that I did a while ago has been chosen. And tomorrow will debut the episode, the first part of my new Let's Play series. And then, coming up here soon, my schedule that I've had for a long, long time is gonna change. It's gonna change quite big. But it's for the better. Trust me. At least I think so. I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. If people don't like it, then I may switch it back. This is just for me to try more things and do more things. So I'll see how it goes. And I see that there's a petrol and rest station coming up on my right. I said petrol again, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, so I'm gonna get off on the right here. I'm gonna park, and then I'm gonna cut it. Don't need to fall asleep though, thankfully, so I got that going for me, which is nice. And we're gonna pull off. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Does this count as unknown road? It does. That's kind of unfair. Gotta stop at all the gas stations? Oh well. Time to stop here. And I'm gonna stop the engine. I don't really need to rest, so I won't rest, but I will stop the engine. So I'm gonna end this part here. I'll see you guys next week. But until then, this has been MaskMan, logging off.